Hey, beautiful Cancer souls. I just pulled cards for you, and the energy coming through is absolutely incredible. Let me share what the universe wants you to know right now about the peaceful energy that is filling your life. So I am sitting here with my deck, and I have to tell you, the moment I started shuffling for Cancer, the cards practically jumped out. There is something really special happening in your energy field right now, and the universe is sending you such a calming, reassuring message. I feel like some of you have been through some really intense emotional waves lately, and the universe is basically saying, hey, it is time to rest. It is time to receive. It is time to let peace wash over you. Before I dive into the cards, I want you to take a deep breath with me. Really feel into your body right now. Notice if there is any tension you are holding. The energy I am picking up for Cancer is all about releasing that grip you have had on control and just allowing life to flow. The universe is creating this beautiful cocoon of peace around you, and honestly, you deserve this so much. All right, let me tell you about the first card that came through for you. I pulled the Six of Cups, and oh my goodness, this card is giving me such warm, nostalgic feelings. The Six of Cups is all about innocence, about returning to a simpler time, about reconnecting with joy that feels pure and uncomplicated. For you, Cancer, this card is showing me that peaceful energy is entering your life through memories, through healing old wounds, through reconnecting with parts of yourself that you may have forgotten. What I find really interesting about this card showing up first is that it is telling me the peace you are seeking is not something external you need to chase. It is something you already know. It is already inside you. Think about when you were younger, before life got complicated, before you built walls around your heart. There was a version of you that knew how to just be, how to feel safe in the world, how to trust that everything would be okay. The universe is saying that version of you is still there, and it is time to let that innocent, peaceful energy come back to the surface. I am seeing for some of you that this might show up as reconnecting with childhood friends or visiting places that hold happy memories. For others, it might be about doing activities that used to bring you joy but you stopped doing because life got too busy or too serious. The universe wants you to know that accessing peace does not always mean sitting in meditation or doing serious spiritual work. Sometimes peace comes from playing, from laughing, from doing things just because they make you happy. There is also this really beautiful message here about forgiveness. The Six of Cups often appears when we need to forgive our past selves or forgive situations that happened when we were younger. Maybe you have been carrying guilt or shame about choices you made or things that happened to you. The universe is wrapping you in this gentle energy and saying it is okay to let that go now. You were doing the best you could with what you knew at the time. That younger version of you deserves compassion, not criticism. What I love about this card for your peace journey is that it is not asking you to become someone new. It is inviting you to remember who you truly are beneath all the armor and all the coping mechanisms. Peace comes when we stop trying so hard to be perfect or to have everything figured out. Peace comes when we can look at ourselves with the same kindness we would show to a child. Now, the second card I pulled is the Page of Cups, and this is making so much sense with the energy I'm feeling. The Page of Cups is this beautiful messenger of emotions, of intuition, of creative inspiration. This card is telling me that peaceful energy is going to flow into your life through your emotional openness and through trusting your feelings again. Cancer, I know you are a water sign and emotions are your natural language, but I am sensing that maybe you have been trying to control your feelings lately or push them down because they felt too overwhelming. The Page of Cups is saying that true peace comes not from numbing yourself or building walls, but from allowing yourself to feel everything fully and trusting that you can handle whatever comes up. There is something really magical about the Page of Cups energy because it is so innocent and so willing to explore. This card does not carry the weight of past disappointments or future anxieties. It is purely present with whatever emotion is arising right now. The universe is encouraging you to approach your emotional life with this same curiosity and openness. Instead of judging your feelings as good or bad, just notice them. Oh, I am feeling sad right now, that is interesting. Oh, joy is bubbling up. Let me feel that fully. I am also getting that some of you might receive unexpected emotional gifts during this time. Maybe someone reaches out with words that touch your heart deeply. Maybe you discover a creative outlet that allows your emotions to flow in a healing way. Maybe you have a dream that gives you insight or comfort. The Page of Cups is a messenger, so pay attention to the subtle ways the universe is communicating with you through your emotional body. What is really beautiful about this card appearing in your reading about peaceful energy is that it is showing you that peace and emotional depth are not opposites. You do not need to become emotionally flat or detached to feel peaceful. In fact, true peace comes from being so comfortable with your emotional nature that you can ride the waves without being thrown off balance. You can feel intensely and still be grounded. You can be sensitive and still feel safe. The Page of Cups is also about trusting your intuition, and I feel like the universe is really emphasizing this for you right now. Your intuition is getting stronger and clearer, and when you follow those inner nudges, you will find yourself naturally moving toward more peaceful situations and relationships. Your gut knows what is good for you. Your heart knows where you belong. Trust those quiet whispers, even when your mind tries to logic them away. Okay, the third card that came through is the Ten of Pentacles, and wow, this is such a grounding, abundant energy. The Ten of Pentacles is all about security, about building something lasting, about feeling safe and supported. This card is telling me that the peaceful energy filling your life is connected to creating real, tangible stability in your world. For some of you, this might be about your home environment. Maybe you are finally getting your living space to feel like a true sanctuary. Maybe you are doing some organizing or decorating that makes you feel more settled. The Ten of Pentacles loves anything that creates a sense of permanence and belonging. Your home should be a place where you can completely relax and be yourself. I am also seeing that this card is about recognizing the support systems you have. Sometimes we focus so much on what is missing or what is uncertain that we forget to acknowledge what is solid and dependable in our lives. The Ten of Pentacles is inviting you to take stock of your blessings, not in a spiritual bypassing way, but in a real, grounded way. Who are the people you can count on? What routines bring you comfort? What aspects of your life feel secure? There is also a financial component to this card, and the universe is saying that part of your peace will come from feeling more financially secure, or at least having a clearer plan around money. This does not mean you need to be rich. It means you need to feel like you are building toward something, like your efforts are creating real results. Maybe you are saving money, paying off debt, or just getting better at managing what you have. These practical steps create a foundation of peace. What I really want to emphasize about the Ten of Pentacles in your reading is that it is showing long-term thinking. The peaceful energy entering your life is not just a temporary break from stress. It is the beginning of a new chapter where you are actively creating conditions for ongoing peace and security. You are learning what you need to feel safe, and you are making choices that honor those needs. I am also getting that some of you might be thinking more about legacy and what you want to build or leave behind. The Ten of Pentacles represents the fruits of our labor over time. The universe is saying you are in a phase where you can start to see the results of seeds you planted in the past, and that recognition brings its own kind of peace. Your hard work is paying off. Your choices are leading somewhere good. The fourth card I drew is the Five of Swords, and okay, this one might seem contradictory in a reading about peaceful energy, but stay with me because there is an important message here. The Five of Swords is traditionally about conflict, about winning at all costs, about battles and disagreements. But in the context of peace filling your life, this card is showing up to talk about what you need to release or walk away from. The universe is saying that true peace requires you to stop fighting certain battles. There are conflicts you have been engaging in, either externally with other people or internally with yourself, that are not serving you anymore. The Five of Swords is asking you to be honest about what arguments you are clinging to and why. Are you fighting to be right or to find resolution? Are you holding on to grudges because you think you are protecting yourself? I am feeling very strongly that for many of you Cancer folks, there is someone or something you need to stop arguing with in your mind. Maybe there is a person who wronged you and you keep replaying what you should have said or what they should have done differently. Maybe there is a situation that did not work out and you keep going over it, trying to understand why. The Five of Swords is saying that this mental conflict is blocking your peace. Here is the thing, you can be right and still not be at peace. You can win the argument and still lose your serenity. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is just walk away from a fight, even if it means the other person thinks they won. Your peace is more valuable than your pride. Your inner calm is more important than external validation. I am also seeing that this card might be about releasing the need to defend yourself constantly. As a Cancer, you might have developed a habit of being ready for attack, of keeping your claws out just in case someone tries to hurt you. The Five of Swords is saying you do not need that armor anymore, or at least not all the time. You can choose your battles more wisely. You can protect your energy by simply not engaging with negativity rather than fighting against it. What is really powerful about this card showing up in your peace reading is that it is showing you that peace is sometimes an active choice to disengage. It is not passive. It is not weakness. It takes real strength to say, I am not going to participate in this conflict anymore because my peace matters more. The universe is supporting you in making those brave choices to walk away from what is not serving you. The fifth card that came through is the Eight of Pentacles, and this card is filling me with such focused, dedicated energy. The Eight of Pentacles is all about mastery, about showing up consistently, about doing the work that creates real skill and satisfaction. In the context of peaceful energy filling your life, this card is telling me that you are learning to find peace through purposeful activity. There is something really beautiful happening here, where the universe is showing you that peace does not always mean stillness or emptiness. Sometimes peace comes from being fully absorbed in work that matters to you, from the satisfaction of getting better at something, from the rhythm of consistent effort. The Eight of Pentacles is about flow state, that feeling when you are so engaged in what you are doing that time disappears and your mind quiets down. For some of you, this might be about your career or a professional skill you are developing. The universe is saying that finding meaning and purpose in your work will bring you a sense of peace that no amount of vacation or escape can provide. When you feel like you are contributing something valuable, when you can see yourself improving, when you are using your talents in a way that feels aligned, that creates deep inner satisfaction. I am also seeing that this card is about the peace that comes from discipline and routine. I know those words might not sound peaceful to everyone, but there is something really calming about having structure and knowing what you are working toward. The Eight of Pentacles suggests that you might find peace through establishing healthy habits, through committing to practices that support your well-being, through showing up for yourself consistently. What strikes me about this card in your reading is that it is very much about present moment awareness through action. When you are fully engaged in crafting something, whether that is physical work or creative work or even the work of personal development, you are not worried about the past or anxious about the future. You are right here, right now, focused on what is in front of you. That is where peace lives. The Eight of Pentacles is also telling me that some of you are going to find peace through learning something new or refining a skill you already have. There is satisfaction in becoming competent, in knowing you can rely on yourself to do something well. The universe is encouraging you to invest time in whatever craft calls to you, whether that is cooking, writing, gardening, coding, art, or anything else that engages your hands and your mind in a meaningful way. Now, the sixth card I pulled is the Ace of Pentacles, and oh, this is such a beautiful, promising energy. The Ace of Pentacles is all about new beginnings in the material world, about opportunities taking root, about the first seeds of something tangible and real. This card is telling me that the peaceful energy filling your life is going to manifest as actual, concrete opportunities and blessings. The universe is saying that you are entering a phase where you can finally start to see your dreams take physical form. Whatever you have been hoping for, working toward, or praying about, there is a new beginning opening up that has real potential. The Ace of Pentacles is not just wishful thinking or spiritual concept. It is about things you can touch and measure and build upon. For some of you, this might be a new job opportunity or a financial blessing that comes through. For others, it might be about health improvements or physical manifestations of the inner work you have been doing. The Ace of Pentacles represents that moment when energy shifts from potential to actual, from invisible to visible. You are going to start seeing proof that the universe is supporting you. What I love about this card appearing in your peace reading is that it is showing you that peace comes with security and resources. When you have your basic needs met, when you feel like you have enough, when you can see pathways forward, that creates a foundation of calm that allows you to relax and enjoy life more fully. The universe is working on bringing you more of that solid, dependable support. I am also getting that this card is about a new relationship with abundance and worthiness. The Ace of Pentacles often appears when we are ready to receive in new ways, when we have healed old scarcity patterns and opened ourselves to prosperity. The peaceful energy you are experiencing is partly because you are releasing old beliefs about having to struggle or not deserving good things. You are stepping into a new paradigm where you understand that abundance is your birthright. The Ace of Pentacles is also an invitation to plant new seeds, literally or figuratively. What do you want to grow in your life? What do you want to build? This is the perfect time to start new projects, make new commitments, or invest in your future in concrete ways. The universe is saying that whatever you plant now has excellent potential to flourish because you are in a very fertile, supportive energy. The seventh card that came through is the Star. And honestly, when I pulled this card, I got chills because it is one of the most peaceful, hopeful cards in the entire deck. The Star is all about healing, about faith restored, about feeling connected to something bigger than yourself. This card is showing me that the peaceful energy filling your life has a deeply spiritual quality to it. The Star appears after times of difficulty and darkness, and it represents that moment when you can finally breathe again, when you can see the light, when you remember that everything is going to be okay. For you, Cancer, this card is telling me that you are moving into a phase of genuine healing and renewal. Whatever you have been through lately, whatever storms you have weathered, you are coming out the other side with more wisdom and more peace than before. There is something so pure about the Star energy. It is not loud or dramatic. It is quiet and steady and deeply reassuring. This card is like the universe putting a gentle hand on your shoulder and saying, I have got you. You are safe. You can trust the process. The peaceful energy you are feeling is your soul recognizing that it is okay to let your guard down. It is okay to hope again. It is okay to believe in good things. I am seeing very clearly that the Star is about reconnecting with your faith, whatever that means for you personally. Maybe it is faith in a higher power. Maybe it is faith in yourself. Maybe it is faith in the goodness of life itself. You are remembering that you are supported by forces beyond what you can see or understand. You are part of something so much bigger and more beautiful than your individual struggles. The Star is also about authenticity and showing your true self. Part of the peace you are experiencing comes from no longer trying to be someone you are not, from letting go of masks and pretenses, from just being genuinely, vulnerably you. The universe is celebrating your willingness to be real and is rewarding that authenticity with deep inner peace and external blessings. I am also getting that some of you might be experiencing this Star energy through nature or through feeling more connected to the cosmos. Maybe you are spending more time looking at the night sky or feeling the wind on your face or noticing the beauty around you in new ways. The Star reminds us that we are part of nature. We are made of stardust. We belong to this universe. That remembering brings profound peace. The eighth card I drew is Judgment, and this is such a powerful, transformative energy. Judgment is all about awakening, about seeing things clearly, about major transitions and rebirth. In the context of peaceful energy filling your life, this card is telling me that you are experiencing a significant shift in consciousness that is bringing you to a new level of understanding and peace. The Judgment card often appears when we are ready to release old versions of ourselves and step into who we are truly meant to be. The universe is saying that you are going through a kind of spiritual awakening or evolution right now, and it is fundamentally changing how you experience life. What used to bother you does not bother you anymore. What used to seem important feels less significant. You are gaining perspective, and that perspective is bringing peace. I am seeing that this card is about forgiveness on a deep level, both forgiving yourself and forgiving others. Judgment represents that moment when we can finally see the bigger picture, when we understand that everyone was doing the best they could, when we recognize the lessons in our struggles. This broader view dissolves resentment and creates space for peace to flow in. There is also a theme here of answering a calling or responding to something that feels true and important. The Judgment card suggests that peaceful energy is filling your life because you are aligning more fully with your purpose and your authentic path. When you are living in integrity with your values and your soul mission, even if you do not fully understand what that mission is yet, there is an inner harmony that comes from that alignment. What strikes me about this card in your reading is that it represents a point of no return in the best possible way. You are not going back to old patterns or old ways of being. You have crossed a threshold and you are moving forward into a new chapter that is more aligned, more authentic, and more peaceful. The universe is confirming that this transformation is real and permanent. The Judgment card is also about accountability and taking responsibility for your life in a mature, empowered way. Part of the peace you are feeling comes from recognizing that you have agency, that your choices matter, that you can shape your experience through your decisions and your mindset. This is not about blaming yourself for past mistakes. It is about empowering yourself to create the future you desire. The ninth card that came through is the Page of Swords, and this is interesting energy in a reading about peace, because the Page of Swords is typically very mental, curious, and sometimes a bit restless. But in this context, the universe is showing me that peaceful energy is filling your life through mental clarity and through speaking your truth. The Page of Swords is all about communication, about curiosity, about cutting through confusion with clear thinking. This card is telling me that part of your peace journey involves getting honest about what you think and feel and expressing that authentically. You are learning to use your voice in ways that honor yourself while still being respectful of others. I am seeing that some of you have been holding back your truth, maybe because you were afraid of conflict or afraid of being misunderstood. The Page of Swords is saying that there is actually more peace in expressing yourself clearly than in holding everything inside. When you speak your truth, you stop carrying the burden of unexpressed thoughts and emotions. You create space for authentic connections, and you release the tension that comes from pretending or hiding. This card is also about intellectual honesty and being willing to look at situations objectively. Sometimes peace comes from just naming what is actually happening instead of trying to make it into something else. The Page of Swords has this quality of cutting through illusions and getting to the facts. The universe is supporting you in seeing clearly and thinking clearly, and that clarity brings its own kind of peace. I am also getting that the Page of Swords might be encouraging you to learn something new or to engage your mind in ways that feel stimulating and interesting. Sometimes when we are ruminating on problems or stuck in repetitive thought patterns, the best thing we can do is redirect our mental energy toward learning or discovery. Find something that genuinely interests you and let yourself get absorbed in understanding it. What I find really valuable about this card showing up is that it is reminding you that peace does not mean checking out mentally or avoiding difficult truths. Real peace comes from being willing to think things through, to ask questions, to investigate what is true. The Page of Swords is brave enough to look at reality as it is, not as we wish it were, and there is peace in that acceptance. The 10th and final card I pulled for you is the Eight of Swords, and at first glance, this might seem like a challenging card to end on, but there is such an important message here. The Eight of Swords traditionally represents feeling trapped or restricted, but in the context of peaceful energy filling your life, this card is showing you exactly what you need to release to fully embrace that peace. The Eight of Swords is often about mental imprisonment, about the ways we trap ourselves with our own thoughts and beliefs. The figure in this card is blindfolded and surrounded by swords, but if they could just remove the blindfold and step forward, they would see they are not actually trapped. The universe is showing you that whatever has been making you feel stuck or limited, it is not as real or as permanent as you think. This card is telling me that the peaceful energy trying to fill your life is being blocked by your own fears and self-limiting beliefs. You are standing in your own way. The good news is that means you also have the power to get out of your own way. You can remove the blindfold. You can question the thoughts that keep you feeling trapped. You can challenge the beliefs that tell you peace is not possible for you. I am seeing very clearly that some of you are creating mental scenarios about all the things that could go wrong, or all the reasons why you cannot relax or be happy. The Eight of Swords is asking you to notice when you are doing this and to consciously choose different thoughts. What if things worked out? What if you were safe? What if you deserved peace? Just entertaining those possibilities can start to loosen the mental bindings. This card is also about recognizing that many of our restrictions are self-imposed. Nobody else can free you because nobody else is actually holding you prisoner. You have to decide to free yourself. You have to decide that your peace is more important than your fear. You have to decide to trust life even when you cannot see exactly how things will unfold. What is really powerful about ending your reading with this card is that it is showing you that the final step in fully embracing the peaceful energy that is available to you is releasing victim mentality and stepping into your power. The universe is filling your life with peaceful energy, but you have to be willing to receive it. You have to be willing to believe you deserve it. You have to be willing to let go of the familiar anxiety and stress and step into something new and better. So, Cancer, let me bring all of this together for you. The universe is absolutely flooding your life with peaceful energy right now. You are being invited to reconnect with your innocent, joyful inner child through the Six of Cups. You are learning to trust your emotions and your intuition through the Page of Cups. You are building real, tangible security through the Ten of Pentacles. You are releasing unnecessary battles through the Five of Swords. You are finding peace and purposeful work through the Eight of Pentacles. You are opening to new opportunities through the Ace of Pentacles. You are experiencing spiritual healing and hope through the Star. You are going through a major awakening through judgment. You are finding your voice and mental clarity through the Page of Swords. And you are being shown how to free yourself from self-imposed limitations through the Eight of Swords. This is not just a temporary moment of calm. This is a fundamental shift in how you are experiencing life. You are learning what true peace feels like, and you are creating conditions in your outer world and your inner world that support ongoing peace. The universe is with you every step of the way. I want to acknowledge that finding peace after difficulty can actually feel uncomfortable at first. Your nervous system might be so used to stress and vigilance that peace feels unfamiliar or even unsafe. That is okay. That is normal. Give yourself permission to slowly adjust to feeling good, to feeling safe, to feeling at ease. You deserve this. You have always deserved this. The cards are also showing me that your peace will inspire others. When people see how you have transformed, when they witness the calm and groundedness you are developing, they are going to want what you have. You are going to be able to help others find their peace because you have walked the path yourself. Remember that peace is not a destination you arrive at once and then you are done. It is a practice, a daily choice, a gradual unfolding. Some days you will feel incredibly peaceful, and some days you will struggle, and that is okay. The peaceful energy filling your life is not fragile. It is not going anywhere. It is becoming part of who you are.